I'm Jordan Weber with zBuyer. I've got Sascha here with me. Sascha was actually on a webinar with us not that long ago as well, and we were talking about zBuyer, converting zBuyer leads. And we're staying with that same topic today, converting zBuyer leads. But we've got a couple different interesting paths and avenues to jump down because Sascha, you do fantastic with our leads, first off. 7 zBuyer listing appointments in the last, was it weekend or week?
It was for the week. So we already went, actually it ended up being 8 technically. We already did 4 for the week. And then I had 3 listing appointments set up on Saturday, and I put another one on Sunday. So we had 8 and we signed 5 out of 8.
Very cool, very cool.
And that was just for myself. As a group, I think my entire team, I think we ended up with like 10 or 11, something to that nature.
Awesome. For everyone that doesn't know, Sascha, you are broker, coach, icon agent. As we found out with your last YouTube video, video extraordinaire. I love the cut clips back and forth, the side angles. What am I missing here? Because I know there's a ton in your belt. So
I mean, I'm left-handed. I don't know. But no, technically, guys, I'm not a broker. I'm just a team leader down here at Chatman Realty Group. I'm with eXp Realty, but I'm technically not a broker. But, you know, we have been using zBuyer now for the past 3 to 4 years, myself and my team and I are #1 lead source, guys, and it works. Now, you got to work it. All right, we're going to show you some things that we do to make it happen, but you got to work it as well, and it works out awesome. Okay, so I want to go ahead and jump into this.
Absolutely. Real quick though, one thing I want to give some context to, because everyone shares their numbers, listing appointments, listings, all these things. But how many leads do you take on a month?
We're taking.
I'm pulling it up right
on
now.
Roughly about 120 because we're doing this in multiple markets. So, yeah, about 120 leads that we're getting per month, depending on which market we're talking about. In DFW, we are doing roughly, I think, right around 90. And then in Houston, I believe we're doing 40 in Houston, right?
Yep, 40.
Yeah. 40 in Houston and another 30 in Austin. So let's add that up. 90, 40, 30.
You got about 150 leads a month.
Give or take. There you go.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Because as you know, some months we, prorate, we don't get the full amount. And then you also have lead replacements, which everyone, if you are a zBuyer subscriber and you're not utilizing the lead replacement, why not? Let us know if a lead comes through, bad information, wrong information, we're going to replace it for you. So kick it back over to us. And I know you and your team do that as well, Sascha. So take advantage of it. Anyone who's not using zBuyer so far, our lead replacement will cover bad phone number, bad contact information, property already listed, under contract, if it's a mobile home, a number of different things. We work with you. We want to make sure you're having success. And if someone slips through there, let us know so we can get it taken care of. Right.
The thing about the lead replacement, even though we use it, I find that we don't have to do it a whole lot, right? So, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like on all your accounts, and I just looked real quick, it was a fairly small amount of them coming over. But of course, it does happen from time to time. So when it does, let us know. We want to get it replaced.
Oh, hold up. My video stopped. Let's switch cameras here. All right, there we go. Switching cams. There we go.
I can see you. Perfect.
All right.
Sascha, the first thing I want to jump into, 7 appointments, 1 week, 1 listing signed on the dot. Is that right?
Did this past week? No, we signed 5.
5 zBuyer listings?
We got 5 out of 8.
My goodness.
Yeah.
So we were talking about this before we started. These were all fairly recent leads that came in. Is that right?
Right. They all came in within the last 2 weeks. This is why, let me just say this, guys, speed to lead is paramount. You have to be on top of this for speed to lead to make this work. Okay. So we jumped on it right away. Make the phone calls. I'm making some of these phone calls. My virtual assistant's making a lot of the phone calls as well. Dude is awesome. In fact, I had a physical listing appointment at 1:30 today that we had to reschedule because he didn't quite look at my schedule. And I was like, I can't be there, man. I got a webinar. So we're going to get that rescheduled for tonight. Hopefully at 7 o'clock. If not, we'll do it first thing in the morning. So here's the thing. You got to get on the lead right away. Okay. You got to keep in mind, depending which territory or market that you're in, you're up against what, 2, 3, maybe 4 agents, right?
Maximum of 5 others. So
Yeah,
speed to lead is of course key here.
right. I'll take those odds. So the question, are you better than 4 other agents? Are you? Yeah, I'm better than 4 other agents. I know that. I feel like that in my right here. Okay. So get on top of it, make the phone calls, but you got to have ways to hook and bring them in right away because sometimes you can't always make the phone call. This is where video text messaging come in. Well, I'm going to share something with you guys here real quick. Here's one of the ones that we use. I just want to show you guys some actual tangible results. So here's one that came in. It's a standard one that we have inside of our Real Geeks, right? This is Sascha Chatman, Chatman Realtor Group. Receive your message for a cash offer on your home. When are you looking to make a move? Have you made upgrades to the home? Now I put a video in here. So here's the video that goes out that they'll receive. Getting a video. How you doing? I'm Sascha. I'm not sure if y'all could hear that. Let me try that again. I never share my sound. I'm sorry. Chatman Team Leader, Chatman Realtor Group. I received your message to get a cash offer for your home. So we're going to go ahead and get started with that. We're going to go ahead and put together analysis, see how much your home is worth, and we're going to start talking to our investors on your behalf to find you a nice cash offer. Now, we're a full service firm. We buy houses, we flip. All right, that's enough. So that's the first thing that they're going to get. They're going to get an email saying, we are addressing the call to action of bringing you a cash offer. At the same time, I go in here and say that, hey, we can buy, we can sell, list your house for you as well, right? So that's what we do. Second, and pull this up here, is they get this video email as well. I could spell, sorry. Oh, for the love of God. Hold on, let me find it. If you notice, I got a lot of zBuyer stuff in here, right? This is my bomb, by the way, guys. Let me just pull this up. All right, here we go. They get this bomb email. Notice we've built the banner to say cash offer. Hey, that's going to catch their attention. Okay.
You want to bring it over to this screen, Sascha? We're still looking at a different page right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. Hold on. Did y'all miss it? Did y'all see the text?
We did see the text. Here we go. Now I see it.
You see it now? Okay. All right. So it's saying cash offer. Here's the video. We're asking them to schedule with us, and they can click over here to get their cash offer. Now, this is what I'm saying. You asked for a cash offer, and I'm bringing you a cash offer. How you doing? I am Sascha Chatman with Chatman Realty Group. Now, I'm the team leader here. A member of my team or myself will be reaching out to you to start your process. All right. So first, we're going to get you signed up with our cash offer website. Let me pause right here. What you're seeing here, this is my zBuyer platform. This is my zBuyer website. I purposely did a screen recording because I want them to get comfortable seeing that particular website, because this is a lot of ways that we will bring them a cash offer. It's not the only way, but it's one of the main ways that we'll do this. So they are now going to get familiar with my zBuyer actual screen here, and this is where we're going. So we basically tell them in this video that, hey, we can bring a cash offer. We can list it as well. This website is going to bring investors your way to start shopping your home. Okay. Now, they'll bring the cash offers. It will allow you to look at the offers and decide if you want to move forward. But hold up, I get it. Maybe you just want to know how much your house is worth. We're going to go ahead and put that together for you and get analysis ready for you and sent over. Automatically, we're going to do that. All right. So now, what we're saying at this point is that we're going to share comps with you. Okay. We're going to give you comps as well, because we know there's different people who come in from that perspective, right? So off the top, we've already told them, hey, we're here to help you out. We're going to send you a cash offer. We've texted them. We've emailed them a video. And then we also go back through here, and then we also call them as well. In fact, let me show you guys my open rate with this particular video. This is one of the reasons I love BombBomb, right? Right here. With the tracking in here, I have a 40% open rate with this email. 40%. And I've sent it to over 1,100 people. And when they click on the email or the video, or they click on one of my links, they're basically raising their hand saying, I want you to call me. This is one of the reasons why I love BombBomb, guys, because it says that, right? And you'll get back people, they'll respond back to you and say all kind of stuff. For example, even with the text message, take this guy, here's Mr. Alexander. He told me everything that's going on with his house, okay? I sat down with him this weekend. We signed the listing. I know what's going on with Mr. Alexander's house. Where's this other guy at? This guy. Oh my God, he was a little bit nuts, right? This guy tells me, well, more curious than ready to move. I doubt you make a serious offer. I told him you'd be surprised, right? He comes back, tells me all this stuff doesn't come cheap. Why was there a hole in the floor? When I got there. That happens. But from this to BombBomb and seeing all the people who come over who are raised their hand and who are clicking and watching the video or clicking on one of the links, all they're saying is I'm ready. And every single time this particular guy opened an email, I got notified on my phone 8 times. What is that telling you as a real estate agent? Call them. Call them now.
Absolutely.
Right? So
very cool.
This is how we get started, my friend, with it. And it actually works quite a bit. But you got to put this together with some discipline as well. Are there any questions that we have in the chat about that right now?
Real quick, we've got one. I'm in Michigan. Could be set up with 25 buyer leads and prospecting leads. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely, John. Anyone that comes in and signs up with us, buyer leads, seller leads, a combination of both, you're always going to get prospecting leads added to your account. I will say, depending on the county, it is going to vary how many prospecting leads we can give you. Some areas we have more to give, some areas we have less, but you'll always get some. And I know for you, Sascha, the prospecting leads, you guys killed those.
Well, here's the thing that what gets me. Everyone's old lead is someone's new lead, right? So when this prospect list comes in, guys, they literally signed, let's say, a month or 2 ago, okay? Just hit them there. What's so different? And this is what we say. Ring, ring. Hello? Hey, this is Sascha. I'm reaching out because about 2 months ago, you requested a cash offer. I'm curious, why are you looking to sell? And are you still looking to potentially put that house on the market or get a cash offer? And I always ask the why question. They say, what? They tell me why, right? Well, we were doing it back then because we were just seeing what was out on the market. Well, now I can pivot that conversation where the market has changed a great deal. So it's actually a pretty good time to sell. Blah, 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 blah. Roll with it. And I don't do anything different from that. My introduction to them is a little bit different, and we go from there. With the buyer leads, the buyer prospect leads, I have a guy in Houston who's rushing it. He converted 5 buyer prospect leads last week alone. And now he's like, Sascha, we need to get some of these buyer leads. I'm like, well, I guess we do, Awesome. And so now we're ordering up some buyer leads as well because he is killing it down there. And here's the deal, what we find out with the prospect leads. This is what they always say. Well, I signed up and no one ever called me. Or I signed up and no one ever said anything on the buyer side. I'm like, well, I'm sorry no one ever reached out to you, but we're here now. So why exactly are you looking for a home? Where are you looking for a home at? And how can we get this whole process started? And just go from there. So yes, you're paying for fresh, brand new leads to come in, but we as real estate agents know everyone's old lead is somebody's brand new lead. Okay, so jump on that.
Absolutely. Diana said, what's the website that you send them to?
It's my zBuyer website. Josh, drop that down in the link for them. It's DFW, cash offer DFW, something like that. He's going to drop that for you in the chat. So dfwcashoffer.zoodealio.com. Yep. zoodealio is a wonderful platform. It is a group of investors that can bring you cash offers at a moment's notice. They're pretty darn quick. They're fast. So I love that because I can meet the call to action. So definitely check it out.
Absolutely. We've done quite a bit back and forth with zoodealio, and I hear a lot about the projects and updates they're working on. And they are constantly bringing out new things, implementing new resources into their
Absolutely.
Platform. So super cool company that they've put together. Monique said, so you made BombBomb videos and they go out automatically when you receive a lead, right?
Yes. Now, let me explain. I have a higher package of BombBomb than what most people have. I have what they used to call the prompt package. That package allows me to create drip campaigns inside of it. It's freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. All right. And send this out automatically. And so what we've done is part of our zBuyer seller system. We've connected this with our Real Geeks. So it would automatically push that lead over from zBuyer to Real Geeks and then go out. Now, depending on the CRM that you're using, you might not be able to do that. Now, if you let me know what you're using, I can tell you how to set that up, because I set this up for a lot of people when we do their zBuyer seller system for them. Yep.
Very cool. Very cool. And then Rich said, how effective with old zBuyer leads regarding the video from BombBomb?
They don't get the same video. They get the same email, but a different video message. The video is basically, without trying to pull it up real quick, it's this: hey, once upon a time, you signed up to get a cash offer on your home. You know, I'm interested in still making that cash offer for you. Are you still in the market for getting a cash offer or listing your house? I would love to hear from you. I'm Sascha Chatman, team of the Chatman Realtor Group. I can bring you a cash offer tomorrow. Can we meet tomorrow around 5 or 6 o'clock? That's what I say.
Very cool.
Yeah.
We've got a handful of people over on Facebook tuning in with us. Question from Amanda. I can't figure out how to export the leads to put into our campaign for follow-up. We have thousands of these leads. How can we export them?
Well, here's how I would tell you. Why export when you can just push them over from Zapier? You know, why do that?
Yeah, so of course, if we're talking about the real-time leads, you can use them through Zapier, or we have a lot of direct integrations that you can take advantage of. If you're speaking in regards to the prospecting leads, these are a free bonus. We give away hundreds of them. Sascha, I know your accounts are a testament to that, because you've been with us for a while. You have thousands over multiple accounts. They're free leads and they're aged. We don't want to just directly export them, because what's going to happen is they're going to start getting blasted from a million different people. And chances are some of these people have already bought, they've already sold, they've moved on, they're no longer interested, they're under contract with someone else. So we have to protect the data. We have to protect the homeowner to an extent. So what we want to happen, which I believe is what you guys are doing, is it starts with a phone call. And if there's any interest, if there's a pulse at all, then you're moving them into your Real Geeks, whatever CRM. You're not just blasting them.
No. For us, it's a free for all for my team, so I can't assign those because I can't.
Unknown caller.
So what we do is exactly what you said. We make the phone call, make the connection, and then send them over the email or whatever.
Exactly.
In fact, in our Real Geeks, it is called zBuyer Seller Prospect. The drip campaign is.
Yeah.
So it's totally different.
And Monique said she has follow-up, boss. I know you're using Real Geek. You know, everyone's got a different CRM that they swear by. All of them are great for the most part. There's a couple out there I'd steer away from. But I'd say use whatever system you're going to use and make it.
Absolutely.
It doesn't matter what the name of it is if you can make it work and it's effective, then it works. Use what you know, use what you can make work, and go from there.
Right. Here's something I want to share with you guys here real quick. Is something that we'll give you guys access to, and something that we use. So this is my zBuyer lead tracker. Okay. I like to write things down. It's therapeutic for me. Let me just say that. So while we're doing everything electronically here, I put this together to make sure we're actually contacting the leads, right? And so how many dials did I make on this particular lead? Did it take them? And we just put the information in here. Once we make contact, we figure out if they're interested or not. So these are our steps. Make the phone calls, we contact with them. If they're interested, boom, we're going from there. If we don't get them, we're going to send them a CMA, right? So we're going to have the CMA created. We're going to send the CMA over. We get the cash offer requested through Zoodealio or through our investors that we have. We go through all these steps to track every single week to make sure we have this. You need to keep a visual in front of you to make sure you're going to be disciplined around working the lead. And so this is some of the things that we're doing to make sure yep, got them. Now, if I see on this list for one of my agents or myself, and I've only made 2 dials and I'm ready to cross that lead off, please stop it, right? I haven't called enough. These guys are working 9 to 5s. They get off work and then they probably got kids to deal with from 6 to 8. We're disrupting their day, and we have to understand that we have to call multiple times to get them, right? So you need to be able to understand that, and you need to be able to get into your scripting enough quickly, Because I'm brutal with someone. When someone calls me, it takes them too long to get on their script. I'm like, yeah, you need to get in script faster. And I hang up. Okay. I'm that guy. But this here will allow you to stay in front of them and make sure that you're doing all the steps that you need to get to that signed listing.
Very, very interesting because your entire system is so automation heavy and focused. But here, this is, something that can be printed off on a piece of paper, a tracker.
Pretty much.
So the accountability to make sure that, we're not just setting and forgetting about it with automation and every step is being taken.
Absolutely. I love automation and I love systems. I'm an engineer, but it means nothing if you have no accountability behind it. Okay.
Absolutely.
And so that's what we are looking to do. So we'll get this out to zBuyer guys. You can grab it from there. You can also we'll put it out on one of our YouTube videos as well. We have a couple more.
I see on this list one of my agents for myself.
Is
I
that
clicked on Facebook.
It's all good. All right.
So I love that though. So tech focused, automation focused, and here you are working on essentially a whiteboard to keep up with it.
Exactly.
Now, one thing we got from the last webinar we did, because we went into some of, the tech, the pages, what you're doing, really to stay on top of them and know, whenever someone's engaging with you, raising their hand, when to call them. And so we talked about diving into that a little bit further today. And I think you said you had some drip campaigns, some different things to show off. But what does Sascha have under the hood that we can take a look at here?
All right, let's take a look, guys. Let's go. Y'all ready? Let me pull this up here. Workflows.
And while you're getting that pulled up, everyone, let us know in the chats, where are you from in the country? I'm curious. We always get, East Coast to West Coast, but where are you guys from?
So let me just say this, guys. You got to stay in front of them, okay? You're not going to hit a home run every single time, all right? So you need a good workflow / drip campaign to stay in front of them. So here's one of the another one that we use. So when the lead, let me back up. When they come in, they automatically going to get the text message I showed you guys, and they're automatically going to start getting these emails every single day. Okay. You're not stuck with your home. Cash offers are available. Buyer campaign. I'm going to show y'all what these look like. Right. And we bring our humor into this as well. So I moved some of them into BombBomb because they look prettier that way. So here's one right here. This is just letting them to provide proof that we sell houses. All right. Here's an asset that one of my virtual assistants has put together. This one's a little older, but it shows you the fact that we've actually sold homes, so they understand that we can list houses too. This is an email they're going to get when we realize they're not truly interested in a cash offer, right? So we bring it to BombBomb so we can send this at a moment's notice, okay? And they can see all the different ones that we've done. If they're still interested in cash offer, that's out there, all right? Here's another one here. I am a team leader, so I'm pumping up my team. This one here, we're talking about meet the team. In this one here, I'm literally just talking about the team here to let them know I am bringing an entire crew to help them sell their house, right? So for example, so you said no to the cash offer. Listen, I get it. The cash offer is not for everybody. I totally get it 100% of the time. So have you thought about listing your house? I honestly, firmly believe that the best way to get the most money for your home is listing on the open market. We do this all day, every day, and I am bringing an entire team to help you sell your home. We do an amazing job. Here's another thing I like about BombBomb. You see this right here? This is a call to action banner that they've added in here. If they click on it, boom, it'll take them over to my calendar to schedule a 15-minute phone call with me as well, right? So we used all these emails from that perspective. So now they're getting this message from me, but if one of my agents is calling them, they're not going to be surprised that one of these folks here is going to be reaching out and giving them a call. Okay. Go ahead.
One thing I want to point out right there is that was after they told you they weren't interested. in the cash offer. And we hear
Correct.
so many times that, people say, well, I called this lead and they told me they weren't interested. Can I get it replaced? And you're taking it a totally different direction. You're saying they're not interested and you're acknowledging it. And then you're
Yeah.
showing, let me give you a different option you might be interested in, something that might suit your needs better. Let's take a look at this. And here's how I can do that.
Yeah. I want to exhaust the opportunity, with that particular lead. And because I have it here, I can do it at a moment's notice. It's right there. Here, before I jump on this one here, here's another beauty of BombBomb, right? I can copy this link right here, right? And I can go into Real Geeks or somebody or wherever, and I could text this to this guy and he will get that entire email as well. So not only can I just text a video, I can text the entire email. BombBomb will take your emails and make them work like landing pages for you as well. So imagine putting this inside of your drip campaign or your workflow to where you're pushing them into an actual email, right? And once they get to the email, no matter how they got there, they can click on the chat with me or whatever I want them to click on. Let me take this out real quick. But that's another way that we use that, right? Here's another one, right? Don't become an expired listing. Don't do it to yourself. So what are the different things that these individuals are looking for? They say they're going to sell their house. They're giving you all the indicators that they're going to sell their house. And so what we've done is built a drip campaign and follow-up system that A, shows our personality, B, addresses the call to action, and then educates them and give them different options for getting their home sold. They're going to sell that house. Now, not every last lead will, but that's the plan, right? So, yeah. We have a
humor. It's a little funny humor. It's lighthearted. It takes from, I'm being sold in an email to, hey, this guy's got a sense of humor.
Absolutely. We weaponize our seller's guide in this one here, right? In which, I forgot to put it in there. But I'll ask them if they want to get our seller's guide to push them to that direction as well. Here's another one here. We talk about the overview of the process of listing your house. This is taken directly out of our listing presentation that we're going to sell their house 4 times. Ask me why. They always reply back, what do you mean we'll sell my house 4 times? Well, let's talk about it. All right. And I say it in the video, but they always reply back to me. Let me find another one here where's my Oprah one? Oh, humor, guys, right here. Godfather. I put a gift in here. Give me the order. I take care of it. And so in this particular one, I'm talking about, if you really want to sell your house, all right, just give me the order. I take care of it. And I'm not a good Godfather presentation. But at the end of the day, it makes people laugh and they'll reach out to you, right? Do not go with your regular dry drip campaign that doesn't show your branding and who you are, right? And from that perspective, we are making sure they understand that we can make this happen for them, right? Cash is king.
For everyone sitting in watching with us now, Facebook and Zoom, how many of you are doing something like this? Adding a little bit of comedy, something lighthearted, something funny into your drip marketing. I'm curious to see how many other people are taking advantage of something so simple, but just to let the guard down.
Use some pop culture. I'm waiting for you like Dave Chappelle with Oprah here. If you guys watched Dave Chappelle back in the day. So you got to bring something a little bit different to the table that makes them say, I like this guy. I'll have a beer with this guy. If you have a beer with me, you'll let me sell your house. I guarantee you that. But if you say, oh, I don't like his personality, great. You don't have to like my personality. All right, that's fine. You can unsubscribe or not work with me. I prefer that.
Now, you've got a pretty well built out drip campaign right there, Sascha. It goes on for quite a bit. But what happens in your system, in Real Geeks, in your entire ecosystem, someone completes that entire drip campaign. They never answered a phone call. They never engaged with you. They never clicked on any of the videos. They just sat there and did nothing. What happens at the end?
Well, we rarely get people who don't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
And one good thing about the Real Geek system is that every bomb email that goes out, every phone call, every text, every call from Mojo that we use will come back into the system.
Yep.
Okay. And we can see all their activity of what they're doing. Right. So it's very rare they do nothing. If anything, someone said, I didn't want this. You may get that angry person like, I never signed up for this. I'm like, so a gremlin got in your computer and they put your phone number, your email in there, and your name and your address. Ciao. Oh my God, AI is off the chain, right? So I'll just say, my bad. I don't want to bother you and let them go, right? But if they never really truly engage, and then I said we put them in what we call our long-term listing campaign. They go from one campaign to the next. Okay. Don't take them out. Here's my thing. They can unsubscribe at any moment. I unsubscribe from emails all the time. But if they're clicking it and they're looking at the email and I just never get them on the phone, eventually what I'm going to do is send them an email that says, hey, I'll put the joke like right here. Here's one. For example, you can see me working. Hi, Sandra, your cash offer is ready. I do this all the time. Personal email messages work. So I'm like, Joe, I've been looking for you, man. I've been emailing you. I know you're watching the emails, but you won't pick up the phone. So what's up, Joe? Are you really trying to sell this house? Or are you just like looking at my handsome mug? Huh? So I'll do something like that. And then finally joke like, I'm not trying to sell my house, but you're pretty funny. I like to watch you. Oh, great. Well, Joe, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if they like you, let me say this, if they like you, they don't want to sell, send them to go give you a Google review. If you like the educational material that I'm giving you right here, right now, hey, would you mind giving me a 5-star Google review? That would be awesome. And I've gotten a couple of Google reviews that way.
Wow. From people you're not even working with. Didn't help them do anything except maybe make them laugh.
Yeah, we got a couple of those on Facebook and Google. Like, I don't know who they are, but like, I've been watching your content. You're funny. I like you. Okay.
That's awesome. That's awesome. We've got a question here from Facebook. Alex said, number one rule of marketing, never be boring. Yeah. I think you embrace that 100%. Rich here in Zoom with us said, what % of the people unsubscribe or opt out? What should I be expecting?
Well, if you hit them every single day and you're just super spamming, you're never making a phone call, you're going to get unsubscribed. I can tell you that right now. All right. According to my bomb right there, I have a 1% unsubscribe rate, which is not bad. I mean, for me, that's not bad. A 40% open rate and a 1% unsubscribe, I'll take it.
Absolutely. That open rate is fairly high.
It's really high.
And I'm going to imagine that same humor is going into your subject lines. The subject line is something catchy that stands out, getting them to open. And then the content inside, it follows that same message. It's keeping them engaged. Industry standards for opt-out rate is 2%. So you're at 1%. It's a small amount of people that hit that opt-out button. And I think it comes down to the messaging along with what you're saying. Someone can look at any of your emails and very clearly see you're trying to help them. You're coming from a place of, I'm here to help. Here's what I can do. Here's my resources, my expertise. This is how I can help you. So it doesn't come across spammy. It doesn't come across as, click this mysterious link and, I'll sell your house tonight, anything like that. So I feel like that's, definitely what helps to that.
Well, I think the message is definitely very important, guys, because I address the fact that they signed up for this up front. Hey, James, you signed up to get a cash offer. I am super serious about helping my clients out there, and I would love for you to be my client. So I'm going to go ahead and get started in getting a cash offer for your home. At the same time, I'm going to look at listing your house as well, just to give you options to see what you want to do. I'm going to bring some cash offers from some of my investors. I'm going to look and see if I want to purchase it myself. And I'm also going to look at how much your house can go on the market. I look forward to talking to you, and we're going to get this party started. And that's it, right? Now, you'll get somebody, like I had this one lady who told me, oh, I'm really not interested, never mind. I'm like, okay. I just replied back to her and said, well, it happens. I get it. Were you just trying to get comps on your house and figure this whole thing out? And she said, actually, yes, she's trying to fight her taxes. So guys, you got to keep in mind the seasons that we're in right now. It's tax season. Everyone's getting a little blue slip of death or pink slip of death or whatever it is in your market. Here is blue, right? To say their taxes just went up. And so now you'll find folks jumping to trying to find the value of their home to fight their taxes. And someone might come through zBuyer here and there. Okay. So when it happens, Be helpful. I do that. I just be helpful. I'm like, well, let me get you some comps. Here's how much your house is really worth, but now let me get you some lowball comps so you can go fight your taxes to try to lower your cost out of it. Okay. And they like that. Like, well, if you found that helpful, you can give me a 5-star review. And they do. Now, it just so happens I do have a video on my YouTube channel about fighting your taxes in the county that I'm located. So people, I'll send them that as well. Just be
County
helpful.
loves you.
And
By the
helpful.
way.
Say that again.
But I'm sure your county loves you, by the way.
I mean, they voted me in one of the top agents out here. So yeah.
Very cool. And you know, how long did it take you to pull together those comps for the woman that was trying to fight her taxes?
Uh-oh. I guess we're about to do a secret. Y'all want to see a secret? All right, let's do that. All right, we're going to do a secret real quick. Hold up. Let me find somebody. All right. All right, so let me share my screen on this one here. One. Okay, can you guys see this? So real quick, we're going to go to Cloud CMA. I think I've shared this before. All right. And then we put the email CMA@cloudcma.com. If you don't have this tool, I'm sorry, I get it free from my MLS, but sign up for it. It's an awesome tool. We're going to put that in here, and we're going to put the lead's name in here. Now, it might not go through because I've already sent this over before. If I do that, legitimately, she's going to get that right away. Okay. So let me show you what you guys can see here. You see all these CMAs right here? I'm not doing that. I have this set up with Zapier. As soon as the zBuyer lead comes in, it pushes over into my Gmail to send that email over. Okay. I had to really work Zap to make it happen. It was complicated, I'll be honest. But what happens is Cloud CMA will sit there and knock out a CMA for me. Now, I have that going, but I also have my VA. So let's just take one of these here. Here's one, and boom, the CMA is created. Now, that doesn't mean it's great, right? But it's done. So we're going to go in here. We're going to look at there's 20 comps that's been pulled. This guy's house is right here, and he's pulled all these comps here around his home. Now, I know this area, so these comps right here are pretty good. Once you get on this side of the street, I know this area that's not part of that neighborhood. But this right here, same subdivision. Okay, so it's done. I'm finished. And inside this, it will compare his house against everything that's on the market over there. I got the map. I got the stats. That CMA is done. And the beauty of Cloud CMA, that I love about it, is if I go in here, once again, I got a link. If I have a link, I can text it. I can email it. And that's what we do. Legitimately, that's what we do. In our bomb, we've created a template around getting comps. Not comps. Yeah, whatever, CMA your home. And get it right. Right here. And this is one with me sending. Hold up. Let me get it right. Hold up. You'll see this is one of my agents sent, and all we're using is the same version out of Cloud CMA. We're sending that over right away. So think about this. It's not only speed to lead, guys, it's speed to help. So think of this. We've called them. We video texted them. We've email texted them. Now we send them a CMA by the end of the day or the next day. Plus, we're going to keep calling until we get them on the phone, right? This is how we're able to convert these leads at a much higher level. But you got to build out your systems to do that. You know, maybe you can't do that. If you don't have that knowledge, you can hit me up. I can help you guys out and help you build your system for you. But this is what we do.
For sure. You know, circling back to the woman, you know, help just understanding what her home's worth. There's not a doubt in my mind whenever the day comes that she does think about selling, Sascha's going to come to mind.
Yeah. And so at that point, we take her off the cash offer campaign and we just put on the long-term listing campaign. And then she'll be one of the folks that will send stuff out about, hey, look what just happened here in the market. Here's a market update. And just stay in front of her. If you do that, they call you. I literally had a lead call me today that I haven't talked to physically on the phone in maybe a year and a half. And I was literally talking to my virtual assistant and said, hey, I'm getting a new construction house right now. I said, oh, great. When? Today at 5. Can you represent me? Well, sure, I guess I could. If you're going to buy a $600,000 house, sure, I can represent you if you want me to, right?
Yeah.
And it's all because he's on these emails all the time and getting our campaign, and we stay engaged. And I'll be honest, I fell off on making the phone call to that particular lead, but the emails did the trick.
Yeah. That's amazing. Before we wrap up, any final questions, any thoughts, definitely share them in the chats here. One we've got over on Facebook, Sascha. How do you link Real Geeks to zBuyer? You're doing it through Zapier. Is that right?
Yes.
Because you've got a bunch of extra pieces going in besides just Lead and Real Geeks. There's a lot of other things happening.
We've built our entire zBuyer system out to connect it with a lot of different applications. So we're connecting with Mailbox Power, we're connecting with Zoodelio, we're connecting with Gmail, voicemail drops, slide broadcast, if you can do that in your state. Don't know if you can or cannot. With Real Geeks, we've done all that to make it happen. In fact, Jazz, drop my link for people to be able to schedule one-on-one with me. If you're interested in seeing what our system looks like in the back end, like doing a deep dive of that, we'll be more than happy to do that with you. So click on the link. You can schedule one-on-one with me. And we do build out these systems for others because sometimes you don't want to do it. You just want to go sell houses. And we do actually have a brand new zBuyer course we just created to show you how to convert these things, where we can take our time and talk about this. It has like 20, 25 videos inside of it that shows you how to make that work and do all the stuff that I'm talking about right now. In addition, it gives you scripts, tools, what we say on video, how you build your workflows. And when you get done with this particular course, it shows you how to build out your own zBuyer seller system, right? And knock it out. Or you can just ask us to knock it out for you, and we'd be happy to do that as well. So, Josh, give them that link and give them the link to the course as well, in case somebody wants to jump on that.
Awesome. DeAndre over on Facebook just asked what you just answered. How do we connect with you for setup? DeAndre, we'll make sure we get those links posted over to Facebook as well. So you can reach out to Sascha and follow up there.
Also, drop my Popo link as well. Zap. Josh. That way they can catch us on all of our social media.
And then for anyone who is watching, if you're using us currently and you've got just a direct integration with your CRM, but you're wanting to take it to the next step and start adding in some other pieces, layering in some other things, reach out to your customer service rep. We'll walk you through the initial Zapier setup of leads coming into Zapier. If we need to push them into a sheet first, we'll walk you through that part. Now, I'll be honest, on our side, that's where it stops. We're not going to take it all the way through there because we're not going to set up and maintain, all 5 or 10, however many integrations you have long term. But we'll definitely help get you on the right track and get the initial Zap created and set up. Yep. So reach out to us. We can help you with that. It's a pretty quick process. And then from there, start layering in other tools. You're using Cloud CMA, Gmail, HomeBot,
yes. Right, Cloud CMA, Real Geeks, BombBomb, HomeBot, Mailbox Power, and Slide Broadcast. Get it right. For voicemail drops.
Quite the system, but it clearly is effective.
It is very effective. It's very effective, and it helps push the conversion rate higher because you can't be everywhere. So imagine this, guys. Imagine that you're doing 2 or 3 closings that particular day, and then all of a sudden the zBuyer leads just start slamming you, because this is what happens to me all the time. I won't get a couple for a couple of days, and all of a sudden here's 1, and here's 2, and here's 3. All of a sudden we just start getting slammed, and I'm sitting here like, oh man, my speed is going to be terrible, right? And when that's happening, you need a system that can work for you in your sleep. I get zBuyer leads at 2 o'clock in the morning, okay? And my stuff is set up not to send them back stuff at 2 o'clock in the morning, but at 7 a.m., they're getting stuff automatically. At 7 a.m., I'm taking my kids to school, getting that stuff going, right? So you got to have this thing set up to where you're not absolutely just killing yourself as a real estate agent trying to do this all on your own.
Absolutely. That's amazing. Everyone, I think we've kind of wrapped up what we had planned for today. Who would like to see Sascha back on here with us again? I think this is really just kind of a continuing series we can keep building off of.
I'm more than happy to come here, guys. I would love to talk to you guys about how you can do this with a virtual assistant, because my VA is freaking awesome. This guy's crushing it. Man, in fact, I had to say this. I think he's better than some agents out there in converting these leads, because, legitimately today, he put me on it for a 1:30 appointment, and he made that phone call and he made that connection. And I was like, dude, I did a webinar. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. And internally, even here is, the company for zBuyer, we have ISAs and VAs as well that work for us. And I will say this, it can take some time to find the right one, to find someone you can trust and grow with you. But when you have the right people on your team, it's amazing what you can do and what you can grow and add to.
We did a lot of training with him to get him to the level where he's at now. He came in pretty good, but now he's a monster. He is a lead conversion monster. And if you're going to go down the ISA track, I tell you guys, you got to train them. Okay, you got to put some time and energy into them. You can't just say, here's the leads, have at it. I didn't make another phone call in my life. It doesn't work that way.
Absolutely. And the one thing I would say is you cannot expect to have, an effective VA or ISA if you can't do it yourself. If you can't do it yourself and you don't know what to coach and what to train around and what areas need improved, you can't expect someone else to do it.
Yeah.
So
we literally train agents, and we also train virtual assistants on how to do this and do it at a high level. And we've been very, very successful. That's our new model going forward. I would love to work with you guys. If you guys want to talk to me, you got my links down there for one-on-ones. Check out our post on our social media and bring your questions. If you comment on my YouTube video with a question, I'll respond with a video. Deal? Yeah.
And Sascha, you had one YouTube video for zBuyer drop talking about prospecting leads from zBuyer, how you're using them. And you've got another one coming out, or did it just come out?
It dropped Thursday, Friday, something like that.
Okay.
Around converting zBuyer leads. So you guys go ahead and grab the link, throw it on the education. And then we have another one that I am in the process of getting edited right now, and talking about the call to action, truly digging deeper into that, because I believe that's a big failure for agents who are not trying to meet the call to action. You're trying to pull the okie doke, right? And just get a listing appointment. And sometimes they don't like that. They ask for a cash offer. Can you do that? Yes or no?
We've got Sally, Rosetta, a couple of people over in Facebook. I will make sure we get the links for Sascha posted in the Facebook comments, and we'll tag you guys once they're in there. Last question I see on Facebook, besides asking for links, I have a feeling, Sascha, you're going to have some phone calls lined up. Be a busy man. How many closings a year do you have from zBuyer?
From zBuyer?
Yeah.
We did 22, I think, last year, if I'm not mistaken. I had to pull my numbers exactly, but I think we did 22 listings last year. No, we did more than that, because those are the ones that we did 22 on market. We did like another 4 or 5 off market, something like that.
That's a strong number.
We had 78 total transactions last year as a group. And that was me running with I think I was running 3 agents for the most of the year last year. Yeah.
Okay. So zBuyer is close to a third of your business.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah. I mean, our lead generation pillars are very, very, very common. zBuyers, Real Geeks, PP, buyer, pay-per-click leads, and then referrals. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Sascha, thank you so much for jumping on here. This is always fun.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Let's get another one scheduled and on the books. And it seems like we had a lot of the same people from last time as well. So we'll keep this going, keep the training going. Of course, this is what we're here for. We're really trying to take a step as a company, not only sell you the leads, but help guide you in the conversion process where everyone wants to be. No one wants to be spending money on these. So definitely jump out, check out Sascha's link, check out his YouTube page as well. Follow up with him there, and take that deep dive. I'm really curious, to get some feedback from that deep dive, looking into systems and what that looks like. Everyone, as always, thank you so much for joining. Facebook, zBuyer Mastermind, you can find us. I know Sascha, you're in there posting as well. So a great place to get in contact with him. And then if you are a current customer and you ever need any help, reach out directly to your customer care app, and we're always here for you.
All right.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys. Y'all take care.